morning. My name is Jacqueline A Cousins, and I'm already on my way to work. And before I go to work, I want to read you a little morning stories. We're on chapter 2 of Lost in Paris. Now it's chapter 2 of Lost in Paris. I've never been on a plane ride that long before. It felt like I slept in the shoebox. For one glimpse of Paris, and I didn't care. Our taxi zoomed with a capital Z through the streets of highways and buildings near the airport gave ways to Paris I have always imagined. The city was already alive with people in the middle of their morning routines. I could see the beautiful cobblestone streets lined with beautiful faint buildings that just screamed Paris. It definitely didn't look like Pennsylvania. All the storefronts had chic looking everything. Windows, displays, awnings, and shoppers. Many of the dogs in tow. I think they mean dogs on a leash. Finally, we arrive at our hotel. The Hotel de Paris. The lobby was small, cozy, and warm. Maybe too warm, like stuffy, and I wanted to open a window. In a modern city, the glitz and fashion. The Hotel de Paris felt like the time capsule from another century. The lights of antique chandeliers were dim, and the candle of the check-in desk reminded me of wildflowers. The drapes were heavily dark, and furnishing were something out of a museum. After a long late afternoon nap, a four-poster bed to recover from staying up all night watching the airplane movies, we walked the boys to the hotel restaurant for dinner with their team while we joined some fellow tourists gathered in the lobby. Mom and I were taking a special evening tour. Mom skimmed over itinerary. We're in a group C. She said, pointing at the sign. Okay, we're in a group C. The diverse bunch is a dozen people, all old, young, men and women, all different nationalities, shapes, and size. They flipped through both brochures and unfolded maps. Guy who looked a little older than me, wearing a shirt with the hotel logo came over. He was cute. A soccer player lightweight. The older guy was probably in his 20s or 30s. A few inches taller than me, with the sun-beached hair pulled away from his face and tied into a ponytail. Cute. Is this first American? I like to play with y'all. Okay. Are you American? His accent was adorable and totally added to a cute factor. Yes, I'm Grand Russell. Oh, someone's looking for you. He scanned the people at the hotel lobby, pointing to the familiar face of Bridget Guyot. I'd met Bridget in Pennsylvania when I met her family living in the U.S. for work. Her dad was doing with my dad. We all hung out and became friends. She's like the big sister I never had. Kind of a lot older, 9 years. But her dad's job moved back to Paris. He asked, are you going on a night tour with La Côte d'Ivoire? This is
egg salad.
Egg salad? How do you say phenomenal? Excellent. Oui, excellent. I say excellent too. He pointed to the name tag. My name is Henry. You work here? Cool per peel. Huh? Unfair. It means a little. When I'm not in school, he turned me into the direction of a podium where a woman stood. Listen carefully. She do not like it when people do not listen. He said, I'll give you a plus tartar later. Yes, I said a little more basic French because I'd studied it in school. I listened to some CDs, but mostly I learned it from Bridget and her parent, but they were in the U.S. Bridget was exactly like I remember, except maybe a little older. He was a deal. A little older. Where did I leave that? I said a little more basic French because I studied it in school. I listened to some CDs, but mostly I learned it from Bridget and her parents when they were in the U.S. Bridget was exactly like I remembered, but maybe a little older. He was the deal. Bridget was very nice and a little useful. Her brown hair was longer now, past her shoulders, and she was still very thin. She was tall, very tall. In fact, it seems like her legs were longer than the rest of her body. Her glasses were squared and thick. Her pants were pulled up too high, but she buttoned her shirt all the way up to her neck. Her usual style was actually made me smile, because the thing was, it suited her. She kind of a quirky girl. I hope my outfit was the same. I hope my outfit described me in a way that says Bonjour Paris. Now I know how to say this part. Bonjour. Gwen Russell in the house with 3 brothers. With no expert in fashion. But I got sandals, hair clips, hair gloss. Maybe she should spend time with her mom. Those big investments to my wardrobe. But I couldn't talk to Bridget and a small woman wearing crispy scratch uniform and a name tag that identifies her as Madame Lebeau. Stood behind our tour guide podium. She glanced at the clipboard in her hands. Welcome to the Hotel de Paris, she said, with no French accent at all or anything. her drawn, I had guessed she was from Alabama or Louisiana. Tonight we will travel by bus to. She paused at French location. Atretet, which was on the Côte d'Albertus. Man, she butchered Atretet on the Côte d'Albertus. She continued as they launched their lanterns. She clapped twice to get the attention. She did like this. She did. She clapped twice to get the attention of the couples who was talking. She pointed to her ears, mouthed, "Listen up." Henry wasn't kidding. She was serious about paying attention. "I will be joined tonight by an assistant." She waved to Henry, who was lifting a tapestry suitcase into a cart. Henry waved back, but his mouth grasped open for a second. It was a surprise to him. He forced a smile. It was psyched to hear this because I want to talk more to Henry. He was cute, French, and seemed about my age. Plus, he was as sortive as he looked. We had something in common. It was good for most sports. The kind of accident really, you see, have been recruited for every backyard. Sorry about that, y'all. I was good at most sports. The kind by accident, really. You see, I have been recruited by every backyard game and my brothers play. Whoever was stuck with me and their team pressured me to be tougher, faster, and stronger. This meant I made every team try it out. For now I was three sport girl: soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. It was also meant I often had black eye, flat lips, and bruised legs. I used to play softball too, and I broke my ankle playing softball. I did it once. Well, I have most broken fingers than anyone. Boy or girl in my school had few girlfriends, but mostly I hung out with the boys. Recently I hang out with most guys too. Recently I've been trying to be more girly. My hair finally reached my shoulders, like this right here. My hair finally reached my shoulders. My mom had brought me some trendy new clothes, which I bought with me. Madame Revolve continues, "You must stay with the group at all times. Raise your hand to ask questions. Speak slowly and clearly so that everyone can hear." Okay. That sounds embarrassing. Keepish, she snaps. Then she said, if you require the faculty, now will be the time. We're leaving in 5. That's minutes, people. Her yelling definitely had a southern twang, proving that there's nothing French at all about Madame Levoux, except her name. I used the translation app on my phone. Levoux was beef. The kind of perfect discretion to her too. Everyone in Group C scampered to the bathroom, but not me. This woman would scare me into going when I didn't have to. Instead, I had to see Bridget. She hugged me, instantly transferring hair for something strange and fuzzy from her shirt into my new V-neck tee. I tucked into carpets, grinned, the little sister I've ever had. I figured Bridget was probably 22 years old now. I am so glad that you both here, she said to Mom and me. You're going to have a wonderful trip. Are you coming to the night out? Mom asked her. Yes, I wouldn't miss it. I've lived there all my life. I've never been to Le Battery before, she said. Besides, I want to hear all about every little thing going on in Pennsylvania. Bridget led us outside to the tour bus. I didn't get on the bus right away because I had heard familiar sounds and started wandering towards a guitar. There was a guy with a full beard and knit cap, wild hair, and sunglasses at night, strumming and singing. The words were in English, something about running away. He stopped singing after the lyrics was about leaving worries behind. Bridget nudged me to get out on the bus, but I want to come back later and hear more. In my town, no one hung out in the street and jam like that. That's because Pennsylvania probably restricted. Many seats were already taken, and 3 of us couldn't sit together. Henry called me to sit next to him. Yay! Bridget sat with Mom, and 2 of them began to chatter. I look at the guitar guy through the window, and is he there a lot? I asked Henry. Every day I see him at other places too. Do you like music? I love it. My favorite band is Shock Value. Do you know them? Everyone knows Shock Value. They're very famous in France. One of the guys is French. Together we said Winston. He said he was the only French member of the band. We shared a laugh. They're big in America too, Henry asked. You hear the Legs? You heard of the Legs? The Legs? I asked. Then I pointed to my legs. Legs! Nah, not legs. It's like a story that I tell you, and then you tell another person. I know you said leg. Legend. Oui? Legend. You hear about the legend of the lanterns? I love good legends. Almost as much as I love Shock Value. Tell me. Punchers then fly to the lands to the night sky. It treated to welcome Atlantic summer. Henry explained, if you make a wish, you let your lantern. He waves his hand over his head, then make a pushing motion out of your hands, and it will come true. And those words knew exactly as I wish would be an awesome week in Paris. That's chapter 2 of Lost in Paris by Sydney Callaghan, and I will come back with another chapter. Love you all and have a good day.